What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys what the best settings for Arma Reforger are on PS5 in 2025. So I've been wanting to make a video like this for a while now. Actually, I've had a lot of you guys commenting on my videos asking for a tutorial like this, but I never really got around to doing it, and I didn't really see how many comments were actually being commented about this. I didn't realize there was such a need for it. So I guess we'll start off in the video tab. You're going to want your quality preset set to performance over fidelity. I'm telling you right now that the 30 FPS isn't worth it, especially when you're in a server and there's a super massive FPS drop. Leave 2D scopes, that's what I needed. For audio, obviously keep it on headphones. I would turn down master a little bit. This game can get really loud sometimes to the point you can't hear, well, anyone talking, and that's going to get really important sometimes. Music, this is really up to preference. This is just if you're in the main menu really, or when you're capturing an objective, you'll occasionally hear music, and that's just how loud it'll be. I've never really found that to be intrusive, so that's also personal preference. I keep mine at 75. For effects volume, I actually turned that down a little bit because this is just all the rain and just all that other small stuff. That, to me, I don't know, I would just keep that turned down, even just a little bit. Dialogue volume, I would keep this up at 100 because this is just going to be for like AI announcers and stuff like that. If you really wanted, you could have it turned off, but that's just for me. This is a really important one. Voice chat, for me, I keep it 100, but I actually might end up turning it down to at least 70. And the reason for this is you're going to get into some servers where there are very loud people and they're doing it to be nice. So that's just me. Dynamic range, we're going to keep that at 130%. Tinnitus is just that eerie high pitch sound when a grenade goes off near you. I keep that on for realism. Obviously it's a realistic game, so I'm going to keep that on. For interface, we're going to keep chat off and voice communication UI off. Now in the interface tab, I would probably keep chat off. Unless you're someone that uses chat, I don't know. To me, I just don't see the need for going into the chat. I feel like if I'm trying to communicate something to someone, it would take way longer to chat it to them than it would to just say it over the radio. Unless you don't have a mic, then, well, keep it on. The voice chat comms UI is just when people are talking around you and when your radio is being used. I would keep that on. It's good to know who's talking. For the most part, all this stuff is going to be kept on. There's really no need to have any of this turned off. It's all pretty useful information. If you want your game to look more immersive, then of course you can turn it all off and it'll make things kind of harder. For gameplay, obviously language is up to you. Radio protocol subtitles, I would leave that. Definitely leave crossplay on. If you're only playing with the platform you're playing on, you're going to limit yourself heavily. It's not that there won't be enough people, but come on, just play with other people. It's not Call of Duty. You're not going to get with PC sweats. This game isn't sweaty, unless you're talking about helicopter pilots. Now, for vehicle controls, vehicle driving assistance, keep that to full. It can get pretty difficult without it on controller anyway. For controller free look in aircraft, you're going to 100% want this. Persistent aiming down sights. This is really just preference. I keep mine on. Persistent items, same thing, honestly. It's a lot more useful than having it off. Now, for controller, I would highly recommend keeping your aim sensitivity at just 100%. This isn't really the kind of game where the base settings for look sensitivity is really that low. It's honestly pretty good. If you feel it is too slow, of course turn it up, but I would honestly just say keep it at 100. ES sensitivity multiplier, same thing. You don't really need to be looking around while aiming down sights that fast. Keep your aim sensitivity curve to 100%. Inverted controller locality, I'd keep that off. For motion sensor, I wouldn't even recommend that in the slightest. Now, this is also personal preference, but for field of view, I highly recommend maxing out your first-person field of view and your vehicle field of view. Now, the reason for that is because when you're playing, it's nice when you're playing a first-person game and you can see more of your character. It just makes it a lot more immersive and just cooler. Game Master, definitely keep enable entity layer editing on. Snap entities to terrain, keep that on. Orient entities to geometry, of course, makes it a lot easier. Camera, you're going to want your horizontal camera speed set to yes, ATL speed to yes, and camera speed multiplier set to 1. For controls, you're going to leave all of these at default. You're actually not going to want to touch any of this stuff because, trust me, if you go through and start messing with this, it's going to mess up a lot of other things, and it's just going to make your life harder. And for controller preset, keep it to updated. That's it. Those are the controls. I know you're probably wondering, wait, you didn't change a whole heck of a lot. Well, it's not like Call of Duty. You're not going to need to have times 20 look sensitivity with a certain amount of look acceleration or some Fortnite level controls, keybinds, right? Everything default works really well with itself. The devs actually thought this stuff out pretty well. That's it for the video. If you guys enjoyed, feel free to drop a like and subscribe. I have other awesome guides on this game as well as some gameplay, so go check it out. See you later. Peace out.